Yo, what's going on, everybody? Yo, Money Mafia, what's going on, y'all? What's going on, Mafia? Let's talk about drop shipping during the recession. That's today's topic. We're gonna cover it all, man. And of course, I'm gonna tap into you guys' questions, whatever the case may be. Hit up the chat section real quick. Give me a mic check. Can you hear me? Give me a one in the chat if you can hear me. Give me a one in the chat if you can hear me. Let's talk about what types of products are going to sell during the recession. Let's talk about what your marketing message needs to be. Let's talk about what your mindset needs to be during um this upcoming recession when it comes to drop shipping. Does drop shipping even work in a recession? J Shift gave me a one. All right, we sound good. We good on the mic. What's going on, everybody? What's going on? And I'm gonna do a Q&A with you guys. I just want to talk about today's topic. Though I was thinking about it just because we're seeing a lot of talk about these times that we about to go into as far as recession. It's a whole bunch of politics. Like here in the US, we just had like election day yesterday. But yeah, what's going on, y'all? What's going on, Money Mafia? Hit me up in the chat, man. Let me know what's up. Let me test out this screen share too, because I want to see if you guys see me. Okay, I think we good. But yeah, man, ultimately, um, you know, to answer you guys' question, the short answer is yes. Yes. Okay. Drop shipping will still work during a recession, whatever the case may be. I think personally, I think as online entrepreneurs, we're in a very unique position because everybody's eyes go online. The more and more that we step into times like a recession, they say that two things happen. I was watching like this Pat Bet David podcast with some content creators, and he was saying like two things happen. People's consumption and entertainment goes up, and people are actually going to be spending more time online. So we're in a unique position as online entrepreneurs, right? Being that we are playing in the playground where everybody's eyeballs are at. This is where most majority of people are gonna have their attention online. A lot of people are laying off, like even with Facebook. Let me do this screen share here. With Facebook, they're going through a whole bunch of layoffs right now. So right here, Meta lays off more than 1,100 employees or 11,000 employees, right? So if I'm thinking of how this is actually going to impact dropshipping, this is directly impacting you if you're advertising on Facebook ads. Now, does this mean that CPMs are going to go up for you? I would say, this is finally a point where the advertisers have the leverage. I mean, let's be honest. Um, we went through the Facebook ban wave where everybody was getting banned left and right, and that's when times was good for Facebook. But right now, and before we even hit this recession thing, and Mark Zuckerberg announcing all these layoffs, they were actually, Facebook was losing revenue, and I think that is a result of them not actually paying attention to the advertisers. So, there's a lot of opportunity. I would say, going back to Facebook, I think they're going to be a little bit more lenient because they need your money, especially during the recession. They like to play the game of showing that the numbers on their side look good for investors. So that's why we see CPMs go up every end of the quarter, right? Like towards the end of January, February, March. So like towards the end of March, you'll see the CPMs rise because they'll start charging you more because they need more money. So I actually think that what's going to happen is advertising is going to be a little bit more expensive. I do think they're going to be lenient. Like if you already have a Facebook ads account, they're not going to be so quick to ban you. Unless it's just like a bot banning you, but I think they're going to have more of an incentive to keep you on the advertising platform because they need your money. Okay, but with that being said, I think they are going to charge more though because they're going to charge more for that advertising space because um they're going to need that money. Okay, and this is what I would do to combat it. So we're going to talk about like 5 things that you could do to combat the whole recession wave as a dropshipper, as an e-commerce entrepreneur. You know, I say dropshipping a lot, but e-commerce in general, where we're going to be playing on the field of these social media platforms. I suggest that you actually focus on organic content. Okay. Um, Organic content is going to it is going to be a good indicator of whether you should keep pursuing the product. Now I got a few things listed here. We're going to cover them each one by one. But let's go into what a recession is in the first place. Okay, so hold on. Let's go into what a recession is in the first place. A recession is usually defined as, see the definition here. It's usually defined as like 2 consecutive quarters of falling GDP. All right. And that's basically GDP is like the output of how well a country's doing economically, etc. So let's just see right here. Unemployment often rises during recessions. Total employment levels can flatline or turn negative. So it's going to be a lot of people losing their jobs. There's going to be a lot more competition in drop shipping, I assume, just because people losing their jobs, they're going to be wanting to get into an online business or try and make some quick cash in drop shipping. But you being the person that you are on these lives and watching this type of content, you have an edge over them because you've been in the game a little bit. You know the playing field a little bit. And I'm going to give you some tips here. I'm going to give you 5 things that you can do to actually stand out over the competition during this recession. But there is myths that we're in the recession right now. There's also myths that the recession hasn't really started yet, but we're definitely headed towards one. My thing is this: you're going to have to be very, very strategic in times like this because people are going to be very careful with their money. What happens is the reason why GDP falls is because people are spending way less. People are spending way less on, just consumer goods. They're only going to be spending money on things that they need, which leads me to tip number 1, right? You want to find types of products that are not so much trendy products, right? Like you could get away with the whole you could get away with just selling products that look good, products that are trendy, products that are cool and quirky. And I used to advise for that, but at least for this next 6 months, I would say I would focus on actually selling products that have an extreme utility benefit, right? Something that people are absolutely going to need. Or if you can create a selling point that the product that they're going to be getting is a product that, um, how do I put this? Is a product that's going to help them economically, right? Something that's going to save them money. That's going to be a huge selling point, and you want to use that throughout your copywriting on your websites. All right, so keep that in mind. We could do, we'll actually do that in the next live. We'll go over some products, like top 10 products during a recession or something like that. But I would definitely do like not so much like products that look good or products that are cool, cute, and quirky. I would go with products that have an extreme utility benefit. That'll be the very first thing. Now, another thing I would mention is, uh, because a big portion of your success is going to depend on what type of product you have. I would actually suggest, um, I would actually suggest selling low ticket products. I've sold both low ticket, I've sold both high ticket. If you guys don't know what I mean by low ticket, basically products priced under $30. Okay, where the consumer doesn't have to think too much about their buying decision. Okay, think about it. If you're going through a phase where you're trying to save as much money as possible, the last thing you're going to want to do is to buy a product that is of no use to you economically and saving you money. And on top of that, it's very expensive. Okay, so we need to be smart about what kind of products we're selling here. And it goes content is a big deal. I'm going to talk about what kind of content strategy you're going to need here in a second. But um definitely you want to make sure that the product is low ticket. That's going to ease their mind during the buying process. They're not going to be um they're not going to think about it. They're not going to have to go talk about it with their family and their wife, right? Because most people in most households do that before a big purchase decision. Anything over $50, really, psychologically, they're gonna hesitate to buy that product. So you definitely want to make sure that it's a product that's priced enough to where you have healthy margins, but on top of that, you want to make sure that it's something that um it's like a no-brainer purchase, right? And then if you can on top of that sell the selling point of, okay, this economically going to save you money in the future. Like, let's say I'm just making up a product right now, but let's say it's a plug outlet or something like that. Save money on your electricity bill, right? This solar plug socket will save you X amount of dollars. That's the type of selling point that you want to have. AMG says, name a few, please. I think you mean name a few products, please. Let me know what you mean by that. But ultimately, that's kind of the mindset that I would embody during this recession. Okay, I think we pretty much we have until the end of this Christmas season to kind of play around. You can sell as many whatever kind of products you want right now, but after December and after this Christmas, you're gonna have to be really, really selective about what products you're gonna actually put out there and promote. Okay. Welcome in, y'all. If you're just tuning in, hit up the chat section if you have any questions. Right now, we're just talking about what products you want to have during the recession and how to combat um consumers just being very selective with their money, right? And why should they buy from you? Okay, this is another thing. Make sure that your product has reviews, right? You want to make sure that your product is doing most of the selling for you. You shouldn't have obviously we're going to play into our favor, but the product and the social proof should do most of the selling for you. So don't sell. This is not the time to take a chance on products that you've seen there's barely any sales on it, there's barely any reviews, and you want to take the chance because you want to be the first one with that product in the market. I would suggest to make sure that the product is proven to sell. Okay, you want to make sure it has a good amount of reviews. You know, obviously you don't want it to be a saturated product, but make sure that it has a good amount of reviews so that eases all of these things ease the person's mind when it comes to making that purchase decision. Okay, and I used to have this list too. It's called 16 reasons why customers buy. Right, and AMG, I got you in a few. I used to have this list. It's called 16 reasons why people buy. Let me see if I can find it. 16. See if we can get that. All right. So this is basically a thing right here. Let me share this with you guys. All right. This is a little worksheet that I used to give to students, people working with me, and I used to tell them, hey, um, don't sell a product unless it's doing one of these things, right? 16 reasons why people buy. And this is on top of having the social proof, on top of having, you know, all those right indicators that we talked about just now in place. This is what's going to sell your product ultimately. These are why people mainly buy products, to prove something wrong, right? That gives you a sense of fulfillment, your ego, satisfies people's ego, all right? To feel superior, to be more attractive, to prevent being cheated on, to feel more intelligent, to make someone proud, to gain someone's respect, to provide a better life for someone. This usually falls in the category of people who have children or who have a family and they want to provide a better life for their family, right? So that imaginary plug socket that we was talking about, is like a solar plug socket. It serves the benefit of providing a better life for someone because they're gonna get a lot of utility out of it at home, but on top of that, they're also going to be able to save money economically, right? So it doesn't have to just be one of these things as well. It could be a mixture of them. Okay. There's also to protect someone, to feel part of a group, to get something they deserve, to gain hope and strength, to gain positive vibes. This is going to be these two right here are going to be good selling points too. To gain hope and strength and to gain positive vibes. Those are going to be very good because this goes back to you know, during a recession, people like to indulge in entertainment. Purchases for drugs and alcohol go up, entertainment spending goes up. So the purpose of that is to gain positive vibes. That's the thing. You definitely want to lean into these type of things. So I remember, for example, AMG, to answer your question, there used to be a there used to be this product. It was like a projector. It was like a screen projector, and you could play movies on the ceiling or whatever. I don't see that, dying during a recession. I think that product will do well during a recession. Also another tip here, you guys might want to consider products that have done well in the past and just repurpose them and bring them to a new platform like TikTok, right? So there's a lot of things that we could do to play around with that. Let's see, just for a minute so I could come back to you talking about December and stuff. I guess that aforementioned hesitancy would probably disappear during these times, such as Black Friday, Christmas, concepts of sale in mind. Was that kind of what you're? Yeah, that's exactly what I was getting at. So, you know, um, you know, during Black Friday is going to be a very big time because they're going to see that as the best time to get their last sort of get the last deals off the table, right? To get the last best deals off of the shelf. So Black Friday, Christmas, those are always going to be best times. Um, Recession or not. Even though people do say they plan to spend less this quarter, there's been a couple polls showing that. Ultimately, people it doesn't mean that people are just going to stop spending altogether. They're just going to stop. They're going to be more mindful about what they spend. Okay, and these are the things that we can do to combat that. All right, so let me go back to this list of the 16 reasons. The last three here: to fulfill a guilty pleasure, okay, to gain control over someone, or to solve the mystery. Okay, these are all reasons why somebody are going to make a purchase. And if you can double down on these or even add a mixture of these and juggle them, I don't think you're going to have a problem selling any products online during the recession. But ultimately, let's just look at the big picture. Okay, people who are actually going out into the workforce, yes, they're going to be getting laid off. People working brick and mortar jobs, there's going to be less foot traffic into brick and mortar stores. But ultimately, we are in the online space. people are, this is such an ingrained part of our lives now that people are always going to be able to go online. People are going to cut back on all types of spending, but they still going to pay that internet bill, because they want to be in touch with everybody. So I would actually argue that there's going to be even more eyeballs online than before. All right. Um, do me a favor, y'all. Do me a favor, Money Mafia. Check in with me. Hit that like on this video if you're getting some value so far. I want to talk about two other things. Yeah, we talked about selling products with good reviews already. Now, another thing, you want to be very careful, and this is to combat Zuckerberg, your boy Zuck over there, firing 11,000 employees. This is what you want to do as a drop shipper. Don't spend money on ads until you absolutely have to. Okay, you want to maximize your profit, and the only way you're going to do that is by minimizing your ad spend. You might be asking, yo, Mo, if I minimize my ad spend, how am I going to get traffic? How am I going to get sales? You're going to have to use these next 2 months to double down on content. Okay, and you guys going to keep hearing me say this. You're going to keep hearing me talk about content. As long as something has social proof and it has enough views, it have enough credibility, and other people are raving about it, you will get traffic. And then it's really just going to be up to you to turn that traffic into buyers. Okay, so definitely double down on content. I would actually use the strategy of, making one piece of content every single day. Make one 15 to 20-second video on TikTok, for example, every single day. And then towards the end of those 30 days, you're going to have 30 videos on that platform. One of them are going to perform better than the other. That's the video that you want to take and you want to double down on. Now, instead of optimizing for conversions, right? This is big right here. This is my fourth tip for you guys, Money Mafia. Instead of optimizing for conversions, you want to optimize for engagement. I know that sounds weird, because everybody thinks you have to choose the purchase conversion pixels in order to get sales. That's false. Okay, that's just putting you in front of the people who are more likely to buy. But because people's buying behaviors are going to change, it's not going to be as effective, if that makes sense, right? Because the algorithm is going off past data. It's not going off what's about to come. So you want to, if you do decide to advertise, first of all, focus on organic content. But if you do decide to advertise, you want to optimize for engagement, optimize for social proof, especially on TikTok. The thing with TikTok is I've actually experienced more conversions on certain ad sets where I'm just optimizing for video views and engagement and comments, because what happens is comments is what, it's like a snowball there. Comments is what gets people to it's getting you social proof, right? So on the human element, you're getting the social proof that you need. But then on the algorithm side of things, when people go to comment, they're spending longer time on that piece of content. And we all know that these algorithms, they favor watch time, right? So watch time is that's kind of like the wrong word to use, because it doesn't mean that they're watching it necessarily. It just means that they're engaging with it in some way. So if somebody's going to comment on the video and they spend, let's say they spend a minute just to type something to comment on there, that's all going to count towards your watch time. Okay, so again, bait people with some type of engagement, bait people with something that's going on in the background. People love to like point out the odd thing in the video, right? Just study what the comments are in some of these top TikToks, and you'll see exactly how how to bait people to just comment ridiculous things. Like, for example, I was selling this product and I got it right here. It's on the door. It's like the fingerprint door handle. And the door handle, it was as I was installing it, I was making a video as I was installing it, and then the door itself was very dirty. It had a bunch of fingerprints. Instead of wiping the door down beforehand, I told myself, you know what, I'm gonna just leave it because I know people are gonna say something about it in the comments. And lo and behold, when I went to post a video, people wasn't even talking about the product. They was talking about they was talking about the door being so dirty. They was like, "Oh, wipe down your door," blah blah blah. Blah. And then that video ended up having like 100K views. Like within the first, what was it? It was like the first 3 or 4 days or something like that. The first week for sure, it had about 50K views. And then I said, you know what? Okay, this is getting engagement. There's gonna be a portion of people that watch the video simply for the product, and there's gonna be a portion of the video people that watch the video just to say something, right? Just to be the smartass. So figure out ways you can bait people into engaging with your comment or engaging with your content, because that's what's going to increase the watch time. It's little things like that the algorithm doesn't really tell you that, right? They just measuring watch time, but what's going on to make that watch time happen is a lot of things. People sharing the video, people watching it just so they can see that one piece of that one clip back, right? So they might watch it 10 times just to watch one piece of that video. But ultimately, if I had to boil this down into just one big point, focus on organic content. Don't go spending money on ads. And if you do spend money on ads, it better be for engagement and not for purchase conversions. Because um I honestly don't think that optimizing for purchases is gonna be that different from optimizing for engagement. The only difference is gonna be that you're gonna be spending more money on the purchase conversion. You're gonna be spending more money on that pixel and that optimization. All right. So definitely test organic before you have any ad spend. Don't go spending money. That's what a lot of the number one reason why drop shippers fail is because they go and they spend a whole bunch of money on ads on a product and a piece of content that hasn't been proven to work. I'm not gonna lie, I did this too. And but I did it in a time where you could do it and get away with it. During on Facebook, Instagram, you could just make an ad and then say, "All right, this ad works," and because you're biased, you want it to work. You're telling yourself that it's gonna work, but it hasn't been proven yet. Okay, so the great thing about TikTok nowadays is that we can go improve the content first. We could go and just play the organic game for a month, and I know a lot of people don't have the patience to do that. A lot of people don't have the patience to just make one video every day, not spend money on ads, not expect any sales, even though you're going to get sales. Most people don't have the patience to do that. So if you can overcome it, there's going to be one more thing that sets you apart from those 11,000 employees that get fired and they want to go start a drop shipping business. They don't notice. They're trying to come in and just make fast money. What you should do is you should play the long-term game, play the content game, and let the data tell you where to go. All right. Um, yeah, that's ultimately that. Those would be my suggestions for you guys. Hit me up in the chat, y'all. Let me know if y'all have any questions. Also, if you can hit a like on this video, I would really appreciate that. Thank you for tuning in, Money Mafia. Mo says, all right, so say that I found some product that has good reviews on AliExpress and even Amazon and etc. So now that I know it has a proven track record, would you still go for engagement or conversions? Go for engagement. Go for engagement. It has a proven track record with other sellers, right? But you don't know what content that they're using to get that product to get sales. So go for engagement and test out the content. You got to split test the fuck out of that content, bro. All right. Because what that's going to do is it's going to save you money when it comes to conversions later. When, if let's say I got two pieces of content, right? There's one that the algorithm is automatically pushing, and then there's another one that I made it myself, so I have an attachment to it, I have a bias, and I think it's going to work, right? The one that the algorithm is pushing is going to be the one that you least expect to work. I'm telling you, 9 times out of 10, The video content that the algorithm decides to put forth out there is going to be the video that you least expect. That's always been the case for me. All right. So you never really know what's going to work. The other video that you have that bias to, you're going to go and you're going to put advertising dollars behind it. But, the people on the other side watching that video, they don't care how much effort you put into that video. They don't care that the product has a proven track record yet. Right. The people are only going to see the reviews of the product if the content stops them first. All right, let me say that again. People are only going to see the reviews for the product if the content grabs their attention first, right? So think of the acronym AIDA, right? Attention, interest, desire, and then action. Action is so i- i- you know the reviews are going to kick in during the desire stage. That's when the reviews are going to kick in. They're not going to see the reviews until you grab their attention with the content. So focus on the content game, play the content game. I wouldn't optimize for conversions for the next 3 months at least, minimum, you know? But that's just me, I'm just I'm just putting my thoughts out there. All right. Let's see. How do you get people from TikTok to your website? So simple. You just add a call to action. All right. Add a call to action on your TikTok videos. You want to make sure you put the www dot your website name in the TikTok videos. And also you can only get the link in your bio when you have 1,000 followers on TikTok. So what I would suggest is that during those first 30 days, you're gonna be able to get, if you're putting out fairly decent content, you're gonna get some followers. Make sure that in those first few videos, in the caption, mention follow for a giveaway, right? You want to bait them to give you follows. So what I usually do is if I'm building up a brand new TikTok account, this is what I do. In the actual, because you can't put the link in your actual bio before you get 1,000 followers. Before I get the 1,000 followers, what I'll do is I'll put the call to action, right? So first 3 seconds, grab their attention, go through, just make it captivating TikTok. And then towards the end, you want to add that call to action to your website. You're gonna get people that visit your website, even without the link in your bio. But in the caption of the video, you want to say something like, follow to enter the giveaway to get, some one lucky person is gonna get a free sample of this product. All you got to do is make sure you're following us. We're gonna pick one lucky follower towards the end of this month to get um basically they're gonna win this product for free. You're gonna get followers. And once you get that first 1,000, put the link in your bio. You're gonna get even more traffic after that. Right? That's another incentive to take your time building the content and playing the content game. All right. Let me know if that answers your question, IB. AMG says, "You mean you can do that on TikTok for free?" Yeah, absolutely. You could definitely advertise your products for free on TikTok. It's just that when you do it organically, it takes time, right? You're not gonna do 10K in a day in 30 days. It's gonna take time. But the best part about it is that you have data to back you up when you actually do go to spend money on ads. And we know during the recession, it's gonna be very, very um it's going to be very pivotal for you as a business owner to spend as less money as possible. And one of the ways you could do that is by playing the content game. Okay. AMG says there's a difference between TikTok organic content and buying ads on there. Maybe you can look into that. Yeah, absolutely. So what I'm suggesting is don't go behind the TikTok ads dashboard yet. Okay. Be indulged in TikTok, even though I don't like them, even though I don't like the app. You guys know how I feel about them. They banned me. but I thank them for that. I can always create a new account. It's not a big deal. But yes, ultimately play the organic game. So let's recap what I was talking about here. Okay. There's few things you want to do. Okay. In order to combat the recession, when it comes to drop shipping or selling products online, even any other aspect of online business, sell products that have a utility. Okay. Sell products that are going to provide some sort of economic benefit in return. All right. You also want to don't sell high ticket products. You want to sell products that are priced $30 and under. This is gonna let them. It's not gonna give them much things to think about. Okay, if the product is over $50, even if the person really likes the product, they're gonna take their time to think about it, and more than likely, other things, expenses are gonna pop up for them, and they're not gonna want to buy that product anymore. So keep the product pricing low. Um, Third thing, you want to sell products with a lot of reviews. Okay, let the product sell itself. You want to make sure that it has enough social proof. You want to make sure that it's proven to sell already. You don't want to take chances right now, right? You want to make sure that you're selling products that are actually proven. And four, you want to test your organic content first. Part of being profitable during the recession is going to come from your ability to spend as less money on ads as possible. Okay, so the way you do that is by testing your organic content first. And then I give you guys a bonus here, which is to use the 16 reasons why people buy. Mesh these things in together. A lot of your finesse and the reason why people are going to be making purchases with you is going to be because you're able to incorporate these 16 reasons into your copywriting. Make sure that you're sprinkling these little things throughout your website. If you want to figure out what to say, in a certain aspect of your website. For example, if somebody's buying um, let's use that solar panel plug socket, for example. You know, you can say something like to provide a better life for someone, right? It's also going to benefit them economically, but um it is in a way to give them control over someone, right? Because let's say that they have a child that is just, they're just wasting electricity and causing their electricity bill to go up. You can say, stop them from wasting your electricity bill, right? That is using this selling point to gain control over someone. You sprinkle that throughout your website and your copywriting somewhere, boom. All right. So that's the kind of mindset you guys want to have when it comes to um just drop shipping in general when it comes to these tough economic times. But overall, I don't think drop shipping is dead. I don't think it's gonna die anytime soon. I don't think this recession is gonna stop it. I think it's just gonna change the people's purchasing behavior. But it doesn't mean that the world is just gonna stop and nobody's buying stuff. All right, people's purchasing power in entertainment actually goes up during recessions, which is odd. Okay. IB says, could it be better to pay big pages instead of making to pay bigger pages instead of making your own page to advertise? Again, that's gonna require you spending money, right? I'm speaking from a standpoint of let's spend as less money as possible. So to answer your question, IB, yes, it probably would be better to pay those big pages, but if you don't have enough money to afford their budget, why not make the big page yourself and just put the time in now to build that big page? So now you have control over the page. Any product that you want to put up going forward, it's all yours and you own it. Those big pages, they're not doing nothing that you don't know how to do yourself. So you build the big page yourself. If you want to, you can go and you can um pay those big pages. I'm pretty sure that it's either going to be hit or miss. They're gonna have complete control. They'll probably leave your content up for about 3-5 days, and then after that, they're gonna remove your content, right? So just do what they're already doing because you know how to do it and you know how to do it better. All right. going hand in hand with what he said, wouldn't you say that this Q4 season scaling faster would be more profitable until December? Yeah, I would say scaling is going to definitely be more beneficial now than later on. You want to cash out as much as you can in these next 2 months before shit really hits the fan. All right. Mo says, yeah, of course, in the long run, saving would be the smarter move. All right, but yeah, that's pretty much it, man. I mean, it's really self-explanatory. I give you guys 5 things that you can go ahead and implement during this recession as a drop shipper, as an e-commerce store owner. Okay. Um we're gonna talk about what products, because I know I was just giving general advice here, but we're gonna cover what products exactly to be selling. Okay, and I'm gonna find you guys. We're gonna do some product research in the next video, perhaps. We're gonna do some product research and find some winning products. So make sure you subscribe. Make sure you stay tuned, Money Mafia. Also, I want to announce that I did start a Discord. Definitely join the Discord. It's going to be a link in the description, absolutely free. We're going to be sharing e-commerce tips. There's people in there from beginners to people doing over 400K with their dropshipping stores. So definitely check that out. Brand new, but I want to build that community up for you guys. And what else? I know a few of you have been wanting to reach out to me personally, have like a one-on-one. You can book a call, but there's going to be a cost for that. I'm not doing courses right now. I'm just, I'm chilling right now. All right. If you do want to work with me or have like one-on-one sessions, you can book a call though. That link will be in the description as well. And what else? Yeah, man, just stay tuned. Subscribe. I'm gonna be. I'm really enjoying this very comfortable setting here, sitting down talking with y'all one-on-one. All right. Let me answer this question right here from my guy. AMG says, "Do you have time to talk about how you get better shipping times? For example, AliExpress." Yeah, we'll talk about that soon. I have a very big video. I want to give you guys the actual suppliers. I don't want to just talk about it here. I want to go in detail and give you a screen share and show you um what suppliers you need to be using to get that fast shipping time, because that's going to help your selling points during the recession. Is people's going to want their things fast. They're going to have nothing to do. They're going to be at home. They're going to be waiting for the product. So you want to minimize that time to increase the customer satisfaction. So yeah, we're definitely going to cover those topics too. All right. Eric Jones says, "Keep up the good work, bro. We appreciate it." I appreciate you, man. Leave a like on this video for a brother. Check in with your boy, Money Mafia. All right. Yo, do you think your product ideas are secure with dropshipping agents, or do you think they most likely gonna get saturated quicker? That's a good point. I have this myth that they do share with some of their other top sellers what products are doing well, but the whole point is that you want to be able to be first to brand it, right? Because if you're first to brand it, it doesn't matter who else is selling it. They're basically going to be doing the remarketing for you. They're going to be driving traffic for you. So, um, yes, as soon as you start getting those indications that the product is doing well, they're gonna share that info. I personally believe, and I hate to admit it, but I personally believe that the drop shipping agents are gonna share that info. And I only say that because when I, when I go and ask them, "Yo, what products are trending right now?" They tell me, "Hey, other sellers are selling this right now. This product just took off this week." They'll tell me like, "Yo," and I'm like, "Yo, if they're telling me about other people's products doing well, are they telling other people about my products doing well?" And I don't want to be naive here. Like let's be real. They most likely are going to be sharing your products, but there's enough space for people to eat. It's just that you want to be first to brand it. Once you brand it, it's game over for everybody else. It doesn't matter how good their marketing is. Doesn't matter. They're gonna be. You're gonna provide the better service. So that's what you should be banking on. All right. Okay, if you can cover that in the next video, that would be great. Sure, I'll talk about some of the drop shipping agents. I'm gonna list that down. It's good ideas. Yeah, if you guys have any video ideas for me in the future, give me, leave a comment. Um, I'll definitely take note of that. So we're going to talk about some of the winning products during the recession. We're going to talk about some of the shipping alternatives to get faster shipping, and what else? There was one more thing here. Yeah, there was one more thing, but we're gonna talk about it. We got a lot to talk about, okay? Especially this Black Friday coming up, y'all. There's gonna be a lot of things to talk about. This e-commerce is going nowhere but up, and this is a good indication. One last thing. It's a good indication for people who are wondering, is e-commerce dying? Blah blah blah. Okay, let me go to Shopify stock. Okay, so today it dropped, but we want to look at this thing long term. Let's look at this in a year to date. Okay, year to date it's gone down, obviously, recession, etc. Blah blah. But let's look at the 5 year. Okay, look at this. And this was what, in January of this year. So let's see, like right here, January of this year, it started going down. There's gonna be a wave where it starts kicking up again. Okay, these are momentary things, but I'm showing you this to show that um this is not gonna stay like this. E-commerce is a $1 trillion industry for a reason. Okay, e-commerce projections. Let's go. Okay, so keep an eye on Shopify stock too, because that gives you a good indicator of how well the market's doing in general. Projected e-commerce growth to grow over 56% in the next years, reaching out to 8.1 trillion. It was like 1 trillion back in 20, it was 2019 when they had hit 1 trillion. It's going to 8 trillion. Okay, so people's eyes are constantly going to flood towards the online market. Okay, look at Amazon. Let me show you Amazon. Amazon stock. Okay, Amazon stock is down too. Does that mean that their business they just done? No. Look at this. Not as much as Shopify, right? Amazon is a little bit more stable, but still, this is a damn good indicator that this is where we need to be. If you could just tap into a piece of this pie, you win. You win, my friend. All right. So yeah, man. Exactly. You guys see how it kicked up during the time period, right? The cough era. Okay. AMG says, just to let you know, I just got my site and brand because I got inspired by you. Hey, appreciate that, man. And I'm happy for you, bro. Keep going. I'm gonna be here as a resource for you. I'm gonna definitely be here to kick out some advice. Anything that I see going on in the market, I'm just feeding it back to you guys. Right. So yeah, like I said, stay tuned, stay subscribed, share these videos. If you guys have any questions, you can hit up Discord, the Money Mafia chat, and stay posted, man. I'm gonna drop some value on Friday as well. We'll come back on Friday. Um we'll talk about some of those winning products, and then we'll also talk about some shipping methods for y'all. All right. Mo says, Mo right here says, you mentioned not to focus on high ticket items, but just like how during the cough era, things in home improvement and office kicked off. Yeah. Yeah. So cough era is different from recession. Okay. Recession specifically means that people are going to be very choosy with how they spend their money. Cough just mean that people were told to stay home. Right. So people still had money to spend, but they was just told to stay home. But recession is going to mean that people are going to be choosy to with what they need. um yeah. I wouldn't I wouldn't take the risk. I'm not saying the high ticket products are not gonna sell at all. I'm just saying it's probably not gonna be the most scalable place that you want to go to. You feel me? IB says, "Bring on the problems." Fact. Shout out that Drake album. That I was actually pretty impressed with the Drake album. I think it's because I had low expectations and it happened very suddenly, but yeah, I enjoyed that. Um, Word, man. But yeah, I'll catch y'all, Money Mafia, man. Stay in touch in the Discord. Hit a like on this video before you head out, please. And I appreciate y'all, dog. Yeah. So Mo, if you want to check out the music channel, um, yeah, just type in Moso or just type in I'll leave a link in my Instagram actually. All right. So I'm gonna edit the link in my Instagram to have a music tab too. So check out my Instagram and I got you with that. All right. But yeah, I'll catch y'all, man. Peace out, y'all.